Alright guys, this is the week, this is it. This week we're starting to work on the Venator's bridge. Hello and welcome to week 56 of building my custom UCS Venator. This week we're working on the Venator's bridge and lighting up this amazing light cruiser. Now thanks to my sponsors Lighttailing and BricksMax, you can save with code ROLLBRICKS 10% on every order, and they have amazing custom lights for your MOCs and your sets. So go check them out. Use the link down below. You're also supporting me if you use code ROLLBRICKS and use the link down below. I get like an 8% kickback, and that helps to fund things like this massive Venator project. So totally go use that link down below. It really helps me out here on the channel. Now let's get into this Venator update without further ado. Starting off this week on the Venator project without looking at my messy shelves, oh my goodness, we have started to work on the bridge. This is looking great. I'm having some great times with this because this is so fun, except for the fact of this. This always falls off and it's super annoying. So what I'm going to do right now is create a base to hold things like this and like that right now, because I mean this is a base, but I think I really need some kind of base that will actually support things like this. To do this, I had to put some base plates on snots, but the most important thing about doing this was making sure that I could still fit ships in the back hangar, which is something that I was really scared I wasn't going to be able to do with these new modifications to it, but most of them seemed to work out pretty well, so I was pretty happy with that. So apparently my time-lapse camera just fell over, so I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. So what I'm working on currently is this bridge section. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but basically there's going to be a bridge in the inside right here, and that's going to be all detached was this one section like this, which is going to be super cool. I'm super happy about that. We got some plates laid down right there, and I am liking how this is looking. And as you saw in the previous footage, we tested other ships to see if they fit, and most of them do fit, which is good to see. You know, I'm very happy about that. But we have to work on expanding this. I am going to be working on the bridge in more detail, but right now I'm just trying to get the base frame of, you know, the slopes on the Venator. But I thought as I built the base, I really should be thinking about the interior as well, because this is going to be like the whole command deck right here inside the Venator. So I'm super excited to build this command deck bridge. Right now though, I'm just trying to get the angle down of the Venator, not really working on the interior. I'm just trying to prototype to see like how the angles will come out. I mean, we don't have enough bricks to even finish the exterior right now, but I'm just kind of messing around with the interior at the same time because I'm so excited to be building this bridge section. This is like one of the best parts of the Venator. Alright, we made some kind of good progress, but after looking at it for a bit, I think it might be a bit too tall in some places, especially right here, just looking at the proportions of it. But I'm just trying to experiment with angles right now and try to figure out how I'm going to do this exactly. This thing right here will not be plates. This will actually be a snot technique going all the way up, and same thing with this will be like a snot technique going all the way up there too. And then right here I'm going to be using bricks that are like at a 90-degree angle, basically building in a different kind of pattern and then changing it to this kind of style going upwards, which is going to be a bit complex, but I think it's the proper angle for it, so I'm going to go with that. And then we got this section right here, which is very difficult because this is supposed to be at an angle like this. So somehow we're going to figure out a way to fill the space in between this brick right here and that brick right there. So that's going to be a bit of a problem to figure out, but hopefully I'll be able to figure that out soon. I was thinking of having some kind of thing where these intertwine. However, the problem with that is that this brick is going this direction and this brick is going this direction. I can't connect it like this to the brick. You see how that works? I can't do that. And the only way to get these two to fit together is to do it like this. And I can't do that. So I'm still working on a lot of things trying to figure that out. One other thing I had to do was expand this a bit to 6 studs instead of 4 studs because the ships wouldn't be able to fit underneath this section right here. I tested it again and I realized that I need to make this 4 studs, well actually 6 studs wide instead of 4 studs wide, which is a bit unfortunate because I think it's gonna be a bit too wide for the command bridge, but I think it'll look pretty good overall though. I mean, it's still a command bridge inside this big Venator, which is something that's crazy, that's never been done before, like on this scale with this much interior space inside something like this. So I'm super happy about how all this is coming out. Right now though, I think I'm just going to experiment some more with this Venator bridge. Alright, I stopped my progress on the bridge because we recently just got a huge parts order in. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so we got some pretty basic stuff here. We got like 160 1x2s, 80 1x4s, all very goodly priced, so I'm very happy about that. And then we also got a bunch of 1x4s, 1x2s, and then some more 1x2s because these were like 3 cents each, and I got like 20 of those, and some more 1x4s for a future MOC. So since we got this parts order in, I want to know if I'm going to run out of 1x4s and 1x2s. So I got to finish building all the things that require 1x4 and 1x2s, which means building this slope thing right here. I want to try to build that, and I want to try to finish the bottom panels because they've never really been 100% finished. Also finishing the back tail, because there is a back tail that goes along here. Not just this thing, but there's like a massive beam. I'll show a little image on the screen of what that looks like. But there's a massive thing that goes back there, kind of like this. I started it, but I want to finish this so I can see if I actually have enough bricks to finish this. So those are some things I want to work on right now. I'm going to go into a little time lapse and see how much of this I can get done before I run out of bricks, obviously, because I hope I have enough 1x2s and 1x4s to actually get this whole project done. But if I don't, I'll have to order some more, and then I'll be able to place that parts order today. So I'm very happy about that. So what I started to do was prototype how I'm going to do this front part. I'm going to do a 1x6 kind of pattern going all the way up to the top, and I had to make sure that I was getting the right angle as I stacked the bricks, like as you see me doing. And then I'm also working on the back section as well, because I thought I should just do both at one time. I don't know why I was thinking this. This is me editing this video later, just being like, why did I do both at the same time? You can't even see the back angle, but I was just really inspired, so I was working on the back section as to getting that back tail on, and then just working more on that front part. Alright, we made some great progress on top of the Venator and below the Venator. During the time lapse, I was working on the back tail section, specifically this underneath part right here. However, I'm not able to get it to line up properly because I haven't attached it yet, just because it's in a really weird spot right now. Like, how am I supposed to fit in between here and here and actually get that attached? I'm going to spin this thing 360 degrees to get that attached, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. But yeah, taking a look at this, I think this is a pretty good angle for this, not gonna lie. It may be a bit steep, but I lowered it a lot from the previous angle that was like this, so I think it is a bit better. However, I do need to do a lot more work with this. Like, there's no greebling or anything on this. This is just a rough sketch of what I think I need to do for this. Now, you may be curious why I didn't just go all the way down for this thing. Well, that's because there's gonna be things popping out at the front, like right here, like there's gonna be other things in front of it, so I don't need to waste all that brick, filling in that section right there, when there's gonna be other things, going up alongside of it. But my next step I'm thinking about doing is actually cutting a hole out right here, so this fits in properly and I can set this in place, and then we can start working on the other pillars that go along the side of this main central one. So right now I'm going to cut a big hole in this thing right here because honestly it's filled in, and that's a lot of wasted brick that can be used for other things on this project, along with the fact that I kind of need to have it engraved into the surface. Otherwise you're going to see these ugly cracks in between the surface and this object right here. So that's what we're gonna be working on right now. I did the thing. Well, kinda. So I've been working on getting this thing set up all day, and I've come to the conclusion, after many hours of suffering, that this right here, this one little brick, is evil and it causes all the problems. You see? So I go to fit this in like this, and it just barely, look at that. It can't fit 100%. I mean, sure, if I really force it, I can. It fits, but if you put this whole massive thing on, it's not going to fit. And that's because the brick I'm using to connect all of this is a different size than a regular standard brick. So a 1x6 will not fit perfectly in here. It's going to be very tight and very expanding this thing out, which is something we just can't have. So I'm probably going to have to redesign this whole thing, which also means entail redesigning this whole thing. So this whole week has been nothing but a hodgepodge, except for the back section over there, which I made some progress on. So that's one good thing. But besides that, this is an absolute nightmare. So next week on the update, I'm going to work on expanding this thing out a little bit. Not expanding, but just rebuilding it so that it works with a 1x6 going in here properly and not making it so tight. You see the bricks are always separating right there a little bit just because it doesn't fit properly, which is super annoying. So that's what we're going to work on next week on the Venator updates. But before we wrap up this update, I wanted to show you some parts I got. I got 1x6s, like 200 more of those, because I'm going to definitely need them. Some of the dark bluish gray ones, some tiles, a bunch of stuff. So this is my parts order. It's a $100 order, and then I got another order to get double the promos. which is another $100 order that has a bunch of tiles, 1x3s, 4x8s, 1x6s, 1x8s. Oh, looks like I ordered 1x6s twice. Well, I guess I'm gonna have a lot of those, which is just a good thing. Always is good to have more of those, especially on this project. And just a bunch of bricks I think I'll need for this project overall. But I know it's more expensive to order off Lego. However, for some things you buy in bulk, like tile, it's actually cheaper to buy from Lego instead of pick a brick. So when there's parts that are really expensive on Bricklink, that it will just be cheaper if I buy them in bulk to buy from Lego, I buy them from Lego. Just letting you guys know that, so you guys don't think I'm wasting funds for this project in any way, shape, or form. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for week 56 of Building My Custom Venator, and I'll see you all in the next one.